For most of my life, I've been on one side of the table, the one sending resumes, the one being interviewed, the one hoping for the call. But for the first time in my life, I'm on the other side, serving on a pastor search committee. And I'm learning some things, some good, some not so good. So let's talk about it. Okay, cue the intro. Oh, happy day, oh, glory be. Hello, boys and girls. Chaplain Scott Savell here. And today, just a quick random musing on something I've been learning in real time. If you're applying for ministry positions, your resume and your cover letter matter more than you think. And really, this comes down to one word: humility. In James chapter 4, verse 10, the Bible says, "Humble yourselves in the presence of the Lord, and He will exalt you." In other words, you don't have to promote yourself. You don't have to force the door open. God knows where you are, and He knows how to get you where you need to be. So with that in mind, let me give you a few thoughts. First, you are not God's gift to the ministry. Now, you may be called, you may be gifted, you may be faithful, but humility still matters. If your cover letter reads like you're the answer to every church's problems, that's not confidence, that's a red flag. Second, watch how much you talk about yourself. Go back and count how many times you say, I did this, I led that, I built this. A resume should reflect your experience, but a cover letter should reflect your heart. Shift from what I've done to how I've served and what God has done. Third, understand the purpose of a cover letter. It's not your life story. It's not your full testimony, and it's definitely not your theology paper. A cover letter is simple. Who are you? Why this church? Why now? And how can you serve them well? That's it. And let me say this one clearly. A cover letter is not a place to vent. If you're writing about all the reasons other churches didn't pick you, or how frustrated you are, or how this is your last shot, that doesn't create urgency. It creates concern. Search teams aren't looking for desperation. They're looking for stability, maturity, and calling. Here's a better approach. Be clear, be humble, be focused. Communicate that you love Jesus, you love His church, and you're willing to serve wherever He places you. And one more thing, your resume and your cover letter are not the places to draw battle lines. In other words, it's not the place to list what you're against. I'm against Calvinism. I'm against Reformed theology. I'm against this. I'm against that. You may have convictions on those issues and more, and that's fine. But those are conversations to have with a search committee, not declarations to lead with. Because when that's front and center, it doesn't communicate conviction. It often comes across as combative. And the Bible is clear. An overseer must not be quarrelsome. You see that in 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3. So lead with your calling, your character, and your willingness to serve. And when you do meet with a search committee, let them bring those things up. And if it comes up, you'd be wise to answer along these lines. I'm not here to preach Calvinism. I'm not here to preach Arminianism or any other ism from the pulpit. I'm here to preach Jesus. And when we come to those difficult passages, election, predestination, man's responsibility in salvation, we'll walk through them one verse at a time. We won't avoid them, and we won't water them down either. At the end of the day, your resume may open a door, but your character is what keeps it open. And if God is the one opening the door, you don't have to force it. I'm Chaplain Scott Savell. This has been a random musing on faith and life on the Fight for Joy podcast. Keep fighting for joy and keep looking up. God bless.